them not bad like the lion. I them not bad like the lion. Boy, this is.
I think anybody can be a champion.
You think anybody could be a champion?
I think that.
So you've been training your whole life.
I think Jake Paul could be a champion.
I don't know about that one.
I think Jake Paul could be a champion.
Right,
if you moved right, you can be a champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. If you moved right, you can be a champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. If you moved right, you can be champion. Top Rank has showed it over and over and over again, and they showed it with you. I studied the game. No, check yourself.
Do you think? Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Hard Hitter Sports Entertainment 503 Line. We back with another video, man. Hardest hottest takes in boxing. Let's get right to it, man. So they released the face-off between Brian Norman and Devin Haney. The clips are all over the internet. And in this particular clip, man, Devin Haney was basically trying to cook Brian Norman with the political stance of being on Top Rank and saying, you know, Top Rank is moving him right. If you move right, you could be a champion. He's a product of that. You know, Jake Paul can be a champion if moved right. And I think Devin Haney does have a point, and I understand what he's trying to say. But at the same time, man, you kind of discrediting this fight and your opponent and Brian Norman. In one breath, you and your team will say, you know, Brian Norman is the best welterweight. And then on this clip, in his face-off, you saying that Brian Norman was moved right, and that's how he became champion. But one could be said about you too, Dev. One could be said about you too. Wasn't you a product of Top Rank and being put in the right situation at the right time? Didn't you fight Cambosis for Undisputed? You know, that made you the quote-unquote pound-for-pound guy? Didn't you do the same thing? I'm just saying. You gotta make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Brian Norman, yes, he was put in position by Top Rank, but he had to fight for it just like how you had to fight for it. And one could argue and say Brian Norman did it a little bit better because in his fights with guys like Santillion, when he fought for the belt, he got a knockout. There, when you fought Cambosis, you went to decision both times. When you fought Lomachenko, you went to a decision. Some say you lost that fight. I'm not saying you lost that fight, but some people feel like you lost that fight. When Brian Norman defended his title against Cuevas and Sasaki, he knocked him out, bro. So what is we talking about? Now, this fight between you and him, it's one of the best fights of this year, bro. But Brian Norman fought his way to the top. He only been on Top Rank for 2 years, and he's already a champion. He's defended his belt twice, going for a third time with you in his best fight thus far. In your best fight thus far, because you're fighting someone your age, someone your size, and someone that is athletic and has a good boxing IQ just like you, bro. So don't discredit your opponent like that, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think till next time. We gone.
You gotta remember, Bill Haney called Brian Norman to spar with Devin Haney right before this fight was made. Y'all know that, right?
Like boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand.